this corner when you're in a position to like that.
Hi, good evening and welcome to Tonght Gold, your home of your classic games, content and debate. And tonight, a relief. 5-0 win for Tottenham. Good performance. Harry Kane on fire. The return of Dele Alli. So much to go through. Who was your man of the match? So I'll let you know. But joining me for this stream is, well, this man needs no introduction. Comes all the way from Hollywood. You know, he's probably getting ready for the Oscars now. Getting his tuxedo ready, getting ready to pick up the Best Actors Award or the Best Supporters role. We don't know. He's probably in the new Batman film, I would expect, playing as somebody I don't know who. But everyone, please welcome. He's my mate. He's your mate, and he's a Tottenham TTG legend, and he's one of the founding members of this channel. It's my mate Phil. How are you doing, Phil, tonight?
Yeah. Back to some sense of normality tonight, so I can actually sit down and smile about a half decent performance for once.
Yeah, it was not bad, was it?
No, again, I don't want to be negative, but I wouldn't sit there and say it was vintage Tottenham. But you know, 5 goals, a clean sheet, and I don't think Everton had any shots on target. With probably not too many having a bad performance, is pretty solid. I guess, like with most things, it's just making sure this carries through to Saturday, because Saturday's a way bigger game now. You know, we need to be able to obliterate Man U, but we shall see.
It's the same case, isn't it? It's backing up this win, isn't it? It's what we said after the Leeds game. It's what we said after the Man City game. We have to back wins with another win.
Yeah.
How are you confident now going into the Man United game after this performance tonight?
Not at all. Absolutely not at all, because what you would look at is you would go, Man U were given the runaround by City yesterday and looked absolutely shocking. That's a positive. You look at us tonight, first half was okay, but the second half they really started knocking the ball around, should have scored more goals. So you'd look at it and go, Tottenham were awesome, Man U were diabolical, there's only one winner. But as we keep saying, this is Tottenham, and Tottenham don't make any part of life easy. So,
no, they don't, do they, Phil? We've been watching them a long time, so we know.
It's like there's no point getting carried away, you know.
No.
You know, I'll ask the question for the chat. When was the last time we won a must-win game?
Yeah,
every game is a must-win game now, but you know, you look all the way through Burnley, Middlesbrough. You know, there's these big games. We don't turn up. It's like we get a little bit of momentum, and then it's like, let's just hold us back a bit. But you know, and then that awful stat of where we haven't got 6 days now to get ready for the game puts us in peril, because I think Conte's he's drawn one and won all the other games where he's had 6 days to practice for the next game. But now we've got 5 days. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, just the 5 days.
Yeah, it does. That 6-day thing is a bit of a funny thing. Phil, can you hit them? Can you take up the comments there?
Yeah.
If you can. All right, I just need to pop off for 2 minutes. If you can just go through the comments there.
No, it's not letting me do it.
Right, okay. If I put up a few comments for you, and then, because I need to pop off for 2 minutes, sorry. Right, there you go.
Yeah. So I'll just welcome the guys. So Shamu, what a game. That's more like it. I remember I said on the last stream that Everton love an own goal. Yeah, they do. I suppose the challenge to that is, how bad were Everton tonight? Because for me, they looked monumentally awful.
Just give us 2 minutes, Phil, and then let you carry on with Shamu's there thing. Sorry.
Yeah, not a shot on target for them. Was just poor. So I'm going to work my way through the comments. Carterman, even insert. Come on, you Spurs. Carl Simpson, as always, legend of the channel. What a game. I'm buzzing. Everyone was quality. Doherty, ever since he scored that goal, the relief has just let him relax, and he's been brilliant. Conte putting his arm around him like Moses. Yeah. Do you know what? I would rate him quite highly tonight, Doherty. 2 assists. Good going forward. Never looked out of place. It just weird. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe there is a player in there. I don't think he's a long-term solution, but at the moment he's clearly making that right wing-back spot his own. So yeah, then we're on to Mark Cousins. This is the Tottenham I want to see. Every one of them put in a shift. And who's the Irish lad at right wing back with 2 assists? Yeah, we were singing during the game. Will the real Matt Doherty please stand up? So yeah, but fair shout to him. Scott Everton, big up guys. Nice to get the 3 points. Yeah, had kind of a sticky situation over it. But I have to say one thing. If you're looking at Everton's fixtures going forward, they're in a lot of trouble. They've got to go away to Palace. They've got Man United. They've got, who else? They've got away to Liverpool, home to Chelsea, away to West Ham, away to Leicester. They are in a big amount of problems there. But hey-ho, moving on. Scott M, big up, guys. Nice to get the 3 points. Absolutely. Derek Hutchinson, good evening, guys. Yeah, good to see you, my friend. Luca 14, evening, everyone. Good evening. Kuva 99, how are you, sir? Catwoman Phil, that is I. I am here. John Fitzpatrick, we are too hot and cold. This team doesn't know about what consistent means. That's my point. You know, is anybody in the chat thinking 100% we're going to go to Old Trafford and win on Saturday, or is everyone like me as nervous as hell? Because I'm not confident, despite how poor Man U were and how great we were. This is a must-win game. It's a chance to eliminate Man U from the top 4 race, and we can't afford to go any further behind the certain scum. Carterman Farming Simulator, 100%. This changes everything. Absolutely. Scott M, I think we will get beaten fairly easily against United, but to get the 3 points today. So yeah, see, some of these comments are coming in. Honestly, guys, just let me know your thoughts. Do we think we can go to Old Trafford and get anything? 2 wins on the trot, 9 goals for, 0 against, form team of the Premier League. Well, let's hope so. Good evening, Aaron. How are you, my man? Poor old Everton. They look relegation fodder. Sad to see them go, but yeah, damn it, we won. Yeah, you're right. If you look at their, just said to you now, if you look at Everton fixtures coming up at the moment, I don't know where they're getting a win from. They've still got to play some big teams in there, and they're so far off it tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. Sorry about that, Phil. Something really emergency had to come up, so I had to do it quickly.
Okay, I'm on to Carl Simpson. So Matt Doherty is turned into prime Cafu, and Everton are going down. Their run is dreadful. Do you know what? You could be right there, Carl. Yeah. Alex Hilton, steak. Big up to you, Alex.
Oh, Ryan, okay.
Yeah, Ryan. Evening all. Great result for us. Absolutely.
Yeah. Good evening, my Irish brother from Derry.
Okay, let's where else we go.
Luca from Aaron Dobb. He's talking to Luca. We've got Scott M. He's talking to Luca 14 as well. We've got Carl Simpson here. It's all good. United are in disarray and quite possibly in a worse place than us. 1 game at a time, but keep the faith. I actually would agree with that. You look how bad United played yesterday and how literally they gave up. They didn't have 1 shot on goal in the whole second half. I mean, surely, Phil, you got to be a bit confident of us taking something from Old Trafford. It's not the Old Trafford where we would go up there and never get a win. This is a game that's winnable.
I'm not worried about Man United. I'm not worried about Old Trafford. I'm not worried about anything but one thing, which is I'm worried about Tottenham Hotspur, because our worst enemy, our worst opponent, comes from within. We don't win must-win games, and this weekend is a must-win. I don't know who Arsenal have got, but they're at home. We're away. If we lose this, they're 9 points ahead of us.
Yeah,
we're not clawing that back. Not a chance. So it is absolutely essential that we do it. And you can see in the comments, Shamu, in saying how bad Everton were, we've seen us not take our chances and get a result against a team that were clearly better than us. tonight we took our chances, which, do you know what? We did. The only thing I would say, again, I'm going to be negative, is we went 35 minutes without scoring at the end there. But that was a good chance to boost our goal difference. And 5 is good, but I think we should have been hitting another 2 or 3 goals there. They were absolutely there for the taking.
Yeah, but it again proves we cannot break down sides. It really does. It really does. Once a team,
it was just poor finishing towards the end, wasn't it? It was almost like because the victory was already in the bag, they didn't overexert themselves. But you know, another 2 or 3 goals tonight could come back at the end of the season. You know, Arsenal were 4 ahead of us on goal difference. So, you know, when we play them, we've got to beat them 2-0 to level out the goal difference. We could have done a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true, Phil. Aaron Dubb says, yeah, well, a win at Old Trafford, at Old Trashard. United are under proper pressure. Yeah, they are under proper pressure. Yesterday they're awful, but as Phil says, do you know, we've beaten teams and not won the next one. We've had this win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So we've got to break that cycle somehow. We've got Carter Man Farm Solutions. Good evening, sir. It says no, we're going there. Positive. Yep. Mark Cousins said tonight was important. Saturdays is massive.
Absolutely. Do you know what? That's my comment so far. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. You know, this is a crappy Everton side at home. There should be no doubt that we were going to win that, but this is a big game again at Old Trafford.
It certainly is.
It's a potential rival, although not the biggest one, because the biggest one is up the road.
It certainly is. Luca's just talking to Aaron, so big up Luca. Cartman from Solution. Hope you're okay, Dermot. I'm doing fine, sir. Thank you very much for asking. Luca's talking to Scott M. We've got John Fitzpatrick. Tottenham are bottle jobs. We can't win a big game.
Yep.
I don't agree, and I'll tell you why I don't agree. I think we'll win on Saturday. I think we're going to win comfortably too. I think we've got the bitter on our teeth now. United are in disarray. We've just put 5 past, okay, as you say, Phil, a bad Everton side, but we still had to go out and win the game. You could be the worst team in the league, but still have to go out and put the ball in the net. So, do you know what I mean? We've got 5 tonight. It's a good confidence. 2 for Harry. Good confidence for him for Saturday. And we can win at Old Trafford. I think we will win. I think we'll win 2 or 3-0. And I think the start to this road to the top 4 or even the top 5 starts now. That's actually how I see it.
Yeah, I have to agree with John. I think unfortunately history over the last 20 years has told us that we're bottle jobs.
Yeah.
Semi-finals, finals, we get close, but we don't get there. And when it really counts, when we really need it, we just seem to not be able to make that step up. And that's a mentality thing. Steve Perryman talked about it, didn't he? It's about that winning mentality. You win something, you get there. Now, Conte's a winner, but realistically, when you look across our team, they're filled with losers. I mean, who's won stuff? You know, so you're looking at probably Decky, Bentacar, Sanchez, Mora, Lloris, but there's not many in there that have won a significant amount of stuff. And that mentality is just not there.
No, but I honestly think this is a turning point, I think, for this season. We've got nothing else to play for but the top 4. So we've got to be determined and focused on getting that top 4 spot. We've played the same number of games as Arsenal, but we have to play Arsenal yet, which is going to be a massive, massive game for us if we're going to get Champions League football. We need to beat Man United. We need to beat West Ham. And then we've got a good few games in between that were games we should win. So I honestly think we will. I think we're in a great chance. This morning, I was thinking top 6. As the day went on, I was thinking, okay, top 5. I think after that performance, I think top 4. And I know everyone's going to say people going to say it was a bad Everton side. They're not winning. They're finally picked up 6 points all season on their away games. Doesn't matter. You still got to go out there and do a job. And we did a job tonight. So let's take a win as a win 3 points is 3 points. Let's celebrate that and then move on to Saturday, because I think we can do a job up at Old Trafford. Big up Emily Dunn. Thank you for watching and thank you for joining us. She says, great stream, lads. Keep up the good work, coys. Cheers, Emily. And the best to you and your other half as well. So fair play to you. Thank you for joining us. We've got Scott M talking to Luca again. Carterman said, I was just given a positive plant and a Spurs one. Yeah, I've got no problem with that. And I think it's great. It's better to be positive than what we have been. I mean, what do you see? What was the positive you took out of tonight, Phil, out of the whole game? What was your one most positive bit you think, right, I'm really positive about that?
We won.
You want about Harry Kane's performance?
No, the one positive, we won. That's it. That's the positive. We won in a game that we had to win. You know, if you go to your second row, it's like nobody got injured. Harry Kane played well. Doherty played well. Bentancur was absolutely superb. Lloris didn't have a save to make. We had a clean sheet. It's morale boosting. Reguilon came back, scored within 40 seconds. But overall, the bottom line is we got 3 points and we boosted our goal difference. So that's my biggest part.
Who would you have claimed your man in the match to be tonight?
I will go for Bentancur because I just think he just kept his half of the midfield going, covering for the very awful Højbjerg, but he just kept it ticking over. Short, sharp passes, won the ball a lot. It just freed up the whole of that middle to be a lot more solid, which allowed the players around him to go and do what they do, but very closely followed by Harry Kane and then probably Doherty.
I don't think Højbjerg played that bad tonight. But see, this is fans' opinions, isn't it? This is what makes it great. It's everyone's opinions.
If you watch it back and you watch every time he gets the ball when he goes running forward, it's like the guy's running through treacle, and it's like I can't let myself go. I'm just going to be hesitant and sort of hold back. But he's just not sharp enough. For me, he's just not good enough for a top end side. Have a little look at some of the highlights, and you see he does some good stuff, but he's just not got that presence that even a Skip has, but certainly a Bentancur has, or any of your top midfielders. If you look through the top end of the Premier League players and you see the people that are bossing it, somebody like a Fernandinho, even Jordan Henderson, who I can't stand, just is a country mile ahead of him. Absolutely country mile ahead.
Yeah.
Wijnaldum, if we could have picked up him in January, that would have been a massive upgrade. But that's
true.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I thought Højbjerg did play the right tonight, but big up Carter, man. Thank you for the comment. John Fitzpatrick, was Romero injured? I think he was brought off because of the yellow card.
Yeah, I think you couldn't risk not having him against Man U, and at 4-0 up, Sanchez hasn't had a run out for a little while. There's nothing in the news about him being injured. I think it was purely precautionary, and if you were going to take one of the three off, he was on the yellow, and like you say, you if there's one player you want starting against Man U, it's him. So yeah. I would say probably tactical.
But Sanchez was a bit dodgy when he came on, but did a job. That's all I'm going to say.
I disagreed. I thought he was superb when he came on. Whole heart into it, stuck to it. Richarlison didn't get anywhere. Slide tackle at the end. I thought he was solid.
See, opinions. That's what makes this game great of us, because everyone watches the same match, but we'll all come away with different opinions. So, which is, I love. We've got Shamu, big up Shamu, says, what won us the game was Ben Kaufman debuting the lucky Malcolm Young shirt. Well, I have a word with Ben in the morning about that, but I'm sure it was that, Shamu. But big up Shamu, and let us know how Bond the Cat is. Did Bond the Cat enjoy that? I hope he did. We've got Cuba99. He says, Dermot. I will go, yes, Cuba. He goes, would you say that Matt Doherty is the best right wing back we've had since Stephen Carr? Or Oh,
Right, let's just move on because that's the most ridiculous answer ever. No, nowhere near. I could name 4 people better than him,
I
including
don't
me.
think. I don't think he was the best, but I think. Right, you got Trippier and you got Kyle Walker, who are better players than Doherty all day long. We'll agree on that.
Kyle Walker-Peters.
But I think Doherty's now coming into his own. He's had a few good games under Conte. I wouldn't say he's the best since Stephen Carr, but I would say if you give him a chance and a good pre-season under Conte, he could get back to what he was like when he played for Wolves. That's all I'm going to say in that one. So that's my answer to you, Goover. But I think, as Phil said, Kyle Walker-Peters, Kyle Walker, Trippier. You can stop laughing now, Phil. I've made a nice of myself. I know that, so you can stop taking the piss out of me now. Shamu's speaking to Aaron Dobb. So big up, Aaron.
Hang on, sorry, just bring that one back up again. Your lucky sock.
Yeah.
Aaron, just stop there, mate. Stop there. No.
Yeah. John Fitzpatrick, Dermot, we compete the big teams when there's nothing to play for, but we bottle it when there's only a certain sort of pressure. Yeah, I agree with you, John Fitzpatrick. Absolutely 100%. United have a Champions League game a few days later after our game with them. That's actually a very good point. I don't know if it's home or away, Luca, if you can let us know.
They're home because they went away to Atletico last week and drew 1-1.
So, do you know, he may be resting some players for the Champions League. So, it could be a good game for us to get points there. Aaron Dubb saying, Kuva 99, you keep spelling it wrong, mate. It's Dotinio. That's it. That's what we're calling it. The Irish Kofu. Big up, Aaron. Shamu, it said it's not so lucky sock, but when it first debuted it against Wolves, though, Stained got to make sure you debut it on a win. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to stop there, Kamut. No more about the lucky sock, Shamu. We'll leave that where it is. Thank you. Please stop calling us bottle jobs. It's not nice to say that. We haven't been. I wouldn't say bottle jobs, but we haven't been. It's a case that we haven't turned up. We haven't bothered. I think that we haven't turned up for games, Cartman, and I think bottle jobs is probably the wrong word, but we just haven't shown passion for the shirt and just couldn't be bothered to play. But everyone has their opinions. That's what makes this channel and every channel.
It, isn't it? If you can't step up, to a game that's going to get you into the quarterfinal against a lower ranked team, that's bottling it. Because Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City, they're not going to the Riverside and losing games like that. They're not going to Burnley and letting us getting duffed up by a team of relegation fodder. We allow that to happen for Tottenham because we just haven't got that. For me, I would say I think we're bottle jobs. I think we've just got so much on the mental side that we just need to fix. Playing wise, I don't think we're too far off, but mentality wise, you've got no winners in there. You've got no desire to know what it's like to go and win and consistently win and not accept second best. If you watch your top sides and you see how frustrated and angry they get when they're losing, that's because they don't want to lose. That's why Conte gets so frustrated. If you look at his outburst after Burnley, it's because he doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to be stuck in that situation where, he's having to admit that, he's not good enough. But they could be.
But we have a special guest coming on. We have the godfather of all the Spurs channels. It's Mr. Philip Brady. Hiya, Philip. How are you?
Dermot, how are you? Phil, how are you?
Hey, Philip. How are you?
Good. I've got a confession to make. I'm literally just in the door. I only saw the first 25 minutes, and I'm just trying to catch up now on the recording. But I was sort of trying to follow it, and picked a good night to go out. That's all I can say.
Yeah. How was the swimming?
Swimming was great, but we go every Monday night, and unfortunately, it was my turn to drive tonight, so I couldn't get out of it.
Oh Lord, but a good win anyway. I mean, absolutely fantastic performance.
It was. And what I can gather, yeah.
Do you know the result now, Philip?
Oh yeah. I was. Let's just say I had to go to my locker a few times during the swim to make sure to check on the score.
Yeah. Did you think your phone was broken when they kept coming through?
No. When I heard the beeping, I thought, "Christ, that's Everton who scored." So I looked at it. No, it was good. Now it was very good. I'm going to sit back and watch the replay now once I finish. So.
Yeah, it was great, Philip. What's your thought for the game on Saturday? Do you think we can get a result at Man United?
Well, I mean, if you believe what's going on, Man United are in disarray at the moment. And if you can believe what all of the Sky nearly devoted the whole program to them today over their failings and their inadequacies.
Yeah.
Listen, I know we went up there last year and won 6-1. I can't see that happening again.
No.
But it's a good time to play United. But then again, we're going good game, bad game, good game, bad game. So that doesn't bear well for the next one,
No, it doesn't. I think we will win. And Phil, I go with you, and then I go to Philip. Conte now has got them. Now we've won tonight. What would Conte be doing now in the next few days now to get them ready for Man United?
Picking the tactics, working on it. I would suggest he'd probably go fairly similar to the Man City game, where you've got them sort of playing out of the back. I mean, I watched Man U yesterday, and they were absolutely dog muck. They were awful, but they kind of did a 4-2-2-2. So they didn't really have any structure. Most of the time, their furthest player forward was Pogba, who looked out of sorts. But what you do need to do is get in there early and score against them, because they just get disheartened. I think I said on here earlier, in the 15 minutes after Man City scored their third goal, the possession was 92% to Man City. Right. They literally just went, if it was a boxing match, they would have gone, here's the towel, 3-1, we'll take that, we're out of here, thanks very much. But obviously they can't. But they were all over the place yesterday, and there's obviously way more going on at their club than at ours. But I don't think we've got to take on Man United. I think we need to be taking on Tottenham, and that's my biggest concern.
Yeah. It's a mentality thing as well, because we used to always get stuffed at Old Trafford. With nearly you need to set your watch on it. It was a bit like a Stamford Bridge Mark too. So last season was such a pleasant surprise. But if you can believe United are in disarray, the dressing room is fighting with each other. There's cliques in the dressing room. The egos have taken over the building. Great time to play them.
It is. If you're a Man United fan, Fergie must be watching that, pulling his hair out.
Well, he did yesterday.
But United, they were quite good in the first half yesterday. They were. For 20 minutes, they were level with City. In fact, they could have scored a couple more goals. But the second half, it's as if somebody switched the light switch off. It was just incredible. It's not the City were that good. It was United were so poor.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone up to City. Sorry, Phil.
Where was Ronaldo yesterday? So it sounds like, by the sounds of it, he's refused to play or thrown his toys out of his pram. I don't know what's going on there, but all I can say at the moment is long may that continue, because he won't be at Man United next season. That's for certain, will he?
No.
It's good for us, because then that will get them going down the league. West Ham won't stay there for very much longer, I doubt it either.
There's 2 games in hand on them, and we're level with them.
I mean, we're on the same number of games as Arsenal. Does this North London derby?
No, we're not. We've played one more now. They've got a game in hand, and they're 3 ahead.
All right. Because we played tonight, didn't we? But does the North London derby become pitiful now for our top 4 chances?
It's very important. It's extremely important. Put it like this, it's a lot more important now than it was if it had been played if the Arsenal had bothered to turn up the first time.
That's true.
Yeah. And if you look at them now, they've got all their players back, and they're looking on fire. It's going to pain me to say it, but I still think they'll get 4th.
Well, cheats prosper. I mean, they didn't play us because they had 1 case of COVID. Now they've got all their other injuries back, so that match should have been played a few weeks ago, and we would have won it then. I've no doubt.
Yeah, without
But
a doubt.
you know, that's it. I wouldn't give up on fourth yet. You know, but it's going to be tight. But we'll see.
I'd be happy with top 5, Philip. To be honest with you, I really would.
It'd be hard to finish 5th if Arsenal finish 4th.
Yeah,
that'd be tough to take. But we'll see.
It is true. And we've got somebody else joining it. We've got Izan also, the young stats man, the young stats wizard. How are you, Izan?
I'm great. Unfortunately, I missed the game because I had to go to school, but I heard it was a really good performance.
Yeah, it was a 5-0 win, Izan. What's your thoughts?
Solid, I would describe it, the performance. Solid. First half was okay. I have to say, Everton were absolutely awful. And on that performance, they don't look, they're going to struggle to stay in the league. Yeah. But the second half, it just seemed to click. Bentancur in the middle, knocking it around. Both wing backs, you know, Reguilon came on, scored within 40 seconds.
40 seconds, yeah.
So, you know, but it was just the way you describe it is it was an absolutely solid performance. 5 goals, no shots on target. I think Hugo had 2 touches of the ball from a cross. That was about it. It was just like a very easy training match.
Yeah. You know what I thought was nice? The bit I did see of it there, I thought it was lovely the way the fans gave Dele Alli such a welcome.
Yeah.
I wonder whether they just still giving him the same welcome if they were 2-0 down, because at that
probably
point,
not.
It was 5-0 and game over, wasn't it? So,
yeah. I mean, Phil, I'll start with you in this one. How good has Doherty been the last few games? He's really improved, hasn't he?
Okay, Middlesbrough, nothing special. Missed an open goal, kind of blew the chance. Tonight, he was very good. I'd probably give him a 7 out of 10. 2 assists and commanded that side and looked better against Leeds. And, you know, at the moment, I'd probably be having him ahead of Emerson. I still think there's some way to go, but you can see he looks like he fits in with the team now. And I didn't see Romero having to do as much right side defensive. He stepped out a couple of times tonight, so maybe there's a little bit more confidence there. But, you know, the test will come when we play, you know, when he has to mark Sancho on Saturday, who likes to cut in and stuff. So, but yeah, he's been better. So, you know, give him a little. Will
Sancho even play on the left though? That's the thing.
Yeah, he played there yesterday. Well. He started out on the left, so he'd be right in. But again, it depends whether you drop Decky and he helps him out like he did against Man City. So, but you would hope Conte's got a plan in place for that, because Man U should be there for the taking.
Should be. Philip, I mean, Doherty, he's had his bad run at Tottenham. Is it good to see him now starting to pick up a few good performances now?
Oh, I mean, as an Irishman, I'm delighted to see him.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I did not think we would ever see the day we'd be talking about Doherty the way we're talking about him now. Because like it was one disastrous performance after another, or wasn't at the races. But now he's suddenly seen whatever Conte has done to him, he's given him confidence, and he's now doing what he was doing for Wolves, which is why we bought him. So, you know, I mean, I'm a great believer in the thing, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So leave him where he is now until he fouls up, which he probably will before the end of the season.
Yeah.
But he deserves his place at the moment. And I'm actually delighted, because it means he's going to be a strong play for Ireland as well.
Oh, that's it. That we look at it from a different perspective than say the way Phil and Izan will look at it. We look at it from our national side performance, and I think that for him coming into good form, I think it's going to build his confidence, and then hopefully now it'll build on his international confidence as well, because he is a good defender once he gets going. He played well for Wolves, but he's in a system now, I think, that suits him.
Yeah.
So that's the best. Izan, what's your thoughts on Doherty?
Yeah, look, I've said this quite a few times with Doherty. He can't play in a back four. We all know that he's not defensively sound enough to play in a back four, but in a back five, when he's given the license to get forward and get into those positions, then he can put a ball in. And we saw that with Wolves, where he was given a very free role. In fact, a very attacking role in Wolves, where he could push up and he'd get a lot of space, and he could pop in with an assist or a goal here and there with. So that's the role that Doherty plays best, and in a 5 at the back, and obviously you have a Romero covering for you in that right hand side, who's a very strong defender. It gives you more license to go forward. So, this could be Doherty's. It could be the system in which he flourishes, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Big up Shamu there. Glad Bon enjoyed it. Is glad there. I've got a couple of questions here. I've got one from Mark Cousins. I'll start with you, Philip, and then I go to you, Phil, and then I go to you, Izan. Do we want top 4? I can't be doing with hearing Tottenham get battered in Spanish, German, French, etc.
We have to we've been used to playing in the Champions League for a number of seasons there. Okay, we slipped up the last couple, but yeah, I think we have to try for top 4. I mean, what it will do will have 2 effects. It'll allow Conte, hopefully, that Levy will open the purse strings and let him buy players. And secondly, you'll attract a different class of player to a Champions League side than you would to a team in the conference. There are players who won't come to a team in the conference, but they'll go to a team in the Champions League. So I think to be successful next season, we need to aim for Champions League. And let's face it, we're not going to be too far off it. If we don't get it, we'll be close. And I don't know, do we ever get battered really in the Champions League? The only teams that battered us was Bayern Munich once, I think, 7-2.
And a Dinamo Zagreb as well.
Oh, no, well, that's
that wasn't Champions League. You're right.
That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. But I'm talking about I read today somewhere. I think was it Ben Davis or somebody said that only if that penalty hadn't been given in the early stage of the Champions League final, could have been a totally different result. That penalty knocked the stuffing out of the team after 28 seconds, and it was such a ridiculous decision as well.
Trippier's interview.
Trippier, that's the one. Yeah. 28. He said, and then they all believed the cup was theirs this year, and Liverpool had the same feeling. But that decision, I mean, it was whatever the referee was. It was incredible. Like you see the penalty that Everton didn't get against Manchester City, and then that. I mean, where's the continuity? If
VAR in for that game?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes it even worse, doesn't it?
Yeah,
that makes it even worse.
I think Kenny Dalglish was a VAR official.
I'll say he must have been.
With Jamie Carragher as his assistant.
He was the 4th official.
Stupid bloody prick.
I must admit, I loved the row yesterday between Richards and Micah Richards and Gary Neville. That was funny.
I didn't actually see that.
Oh, Lord. He was saying to them, why did you not go for Conte? And Gary Neville came out and said, well, Conte's not a Man United manager. And the look on Roy Keane's face when he said that, it was like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. If we'd have beaten Man United 3-0 instead of the other way around, Conte would be managing United now. I've no doubt. Yeah.
But that's ridiculous. Phil, Mark Cousins' question, do we want top 4?
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We're not going to go and win it, but if you think of a Dybala and we're in the Champions League, it's a possibility. If we're in Europa or the Conference, it's never happening, and that's just a random name. The top players want the top competitions, and Conte is not enough on his own to pull the top players. They want all of it. And again, you could ask the question then about Kane. Will Kane stay for another season in the Conference? Probably not. So it's more about the progression of the club. Where last season we were 6th or 7th playing in a crappy competition. We have to show that we've moved forward. We've got the facilities, you've got the management, you've got the structure. You just haven't got the players, and to get those players, you have to go and spend a lot of money. So you need to be going through the bargains, looking at what's out there, finding people that are at the end of their contracts, and bringing in the right people to move this team forward.
Yeah. Izan, same. Do we need top 4?
With top 4, right? Obviously, you can bring in players who want to play the Champions League. That's obvious. But another thing is that the Champions League money is required if we want to be able to spend big in the summer. And that's just the main reason that we have to finish as high as possible in the league, because we need the money from the Champions League in order for Levy to invest in the squad. Simple as that.
Yeah, Levy investing. Right. That's never going to happen, to be fair.
No, like the Champions League money, like that will have to go into the squad. We'll have a bigger transfer budget is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but you could say that is where did all the other Champions League money? It didn't really go into the team, did it? Where was the 18 months we didn't buy anyone and we were in the Champions League?
I do agree where, like, you know, like they don't really invest, but if you have more funds available, they are more likely to spend money is what I'm trying to say. Obviously, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is out of the realms of reality with Levy, but if we do make top 4, we will have that additional revenue, which increases the chances of us spending more in the summer.
Right.
Our biggest issue is we probably need 15 to 16 players upgraded. And even if you take 40 million as an average player, well, nobody's spending 650 million on this squad. So it's where if you look at the players that need to go out the door, I think when I did it the other night, worked out you might be able to scrape 100 million, but even then there's only about 7 or 8 players that you would guarantee. You would only about 7 or 8 players that you would guarantee that you would absolutely keep hold of. We've got players that we're delighted are playing now that couldn't get in when Poch was around. So you Ben Davis and Eric Dyer, and now we're all like, "Oh my God, Ben Davis, he's so phenomenal." He's not. He's good.
No,
he's not. He's not above it. But they couldn't get into a Poch side.
But you know what we've done in recent weeks? We were all crying out for right wing back and left wing back. That problem, while it's not solved, it's certainly a lot more strengthened than it was a few weeks ago with the likes of the way Doherty's playing and now Sessegnon's coming on. So that's one position we might not have to be prioritised in the summer if they continue on with the form that they're showing at the moment. You know, we need a Christian Eriksen. That is crying out.
Yeah.
You know, we need a Christian Eriksen.
But let's say we signed a Christian Eriksen. Where would you put, if you look at the formation for tonight? Where would you have played him?
Yeah, well, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Because you look at, for me, I think it's going to be Bentancur and Skip. I think Højbjerg will drop out. So the only place he could go would be in front of them. But then you're dropping either Son or Decky. And at the moment, well, out of those two at the moment, I'd probably drop Son before Decky because Decky just looks fantastic.
Son was off the pace from what I saw of it today. Now he should have scored before he did score.
Yeah, it should have slotted in Sessegnon for a clear. But again, he's just if I was rating him tonight, 5 out of 10.
He is, some rumour he's carrying sort of a really tight hamstring.
Well, then
he's trying to protect it. That we can. There's nobody there to replace him, so he's trying to keep playing through it. So that's the rumour that's going around. How true that is, I don't know. Did we bring him back too soon after his injury? We never know. But again, we haven't got somebody to rest him to replace him with, and that's the problem.
Well, on a night like tonight, Steven Bergwijn could have done his job. Could have done it there. He still created a couple of chances when he came on.
We could have had Brian Hill. Brian Hill.
Brian Hill's tearing up trees with Valencia at the moment.
He's
doing brilliantly.
But if you're not fit enough, then you can't play. It's as simple as that. It's a professional sport. They need to be on their peak. You can't be going, well, we'll play. He's not Lionel Messi playing in the Championship. He's a good player playing in the Premier League. So if you're not fit, you don't play. It's as simple as that.
But we've got Ben Coffin here. Big up, Benny. He was at the game tonight. So big up, Ben. Hope you had a good time. He says, big up, lads. Everton are shocking, aren't they?
Yeah.
I feel sorry for Everton. I mean, I've always liked them. I won't say I liked Everton, but they're a club that never did us any harm, really, And they're a good, well-run club, and I feel sorry to see them in that position. Now, I'm not sorry for Frank Lampard, because anyone with Chelsea connections deserves what they get. But I feel sorry for, the fans. They play second fiddle to Liverpool for years. And now you can imagine the slagging they're getting tonight from the Liverpool probably family members who support Liverpool. That's the way it is up there. They must be in a shocking way. Imagine what we'd be like tonight if we'd be beaten 5-0.
It's a bit like us, how, for all those years during Premier League time, we played kind of second fiddle to that scum up the road. But for us, we're kind of turning the corner, but they're nowhere near it. There is such a gulf between blue and red up in Merseyside.
And they spent a fortune. They spent an absolute fortune on players.
He spent 900 million, I believe, in the last decade on players.
And as Sean said, if they were to go down, they could go down a big way because it would take them a while to get back up again.
If Everton go down, we won't. They'll do a Leeds. We will not see them back up for a number of years.
Yeah, I was going to say for a good few years.
If they go down, administration is inevitable, and then probably they'll have to sell the club. I think someone will buy them out, like someone will bail them out, a billionaire, because the fan base is so big. Like there's a huge business opportunity.
I think it would be just such a big fire sale on their players.
Yeah.
But again, if you're looking at their team and you're thinking, right, who could we go and get?
Calvert. I'd take Calvert-Lewin.
I'd take Ben Godfrey. I'd take Ben Godfrey in a heartbeat.
Maybe Decore in the middle. Again, Decore for me would be an upgrade on Højbjerg, so I'd do that. But there's not masses of players there that you're thinking,
What about that Dele Alli guy? He seems pretty talented.
Just going to say, what about that Dele Alli guy? He looks all right.
We'll take Dele Alli back for a tenner.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. I was trying to see what his hair. He's chopped off his palm tree hairstyle now.
Well, you couldn't have red in your hair in Liverpool playing for Everton. That's for certain.
I was wondering what colours he was going to come out with tonight, but big up, Ben, and I'll see you in the morning, sir. For the
Dermot, I'm afraid I'm going to have to go too. Someone's have to land in here, so I'm going to have to.
Yeah, that's fine. We won't be on for much longer, either, Philip. So
listen, I'll talk to you soon, and a great result tonight. It makes you feel good to be alive again.
It does, yeah. I'll probably see you in the fan show tomorrow night. And Dave's
we'll
channel.
do, Dermot. Right, bye, Phil. Bye, Izan.
Take care, Phil.
See you now. Thanks, Philip, for coming on. Thank you. We'll get through some of these comments, Phil, and then it wasn't going to be a long post-match show tonight anyway. So we'll get through some of these comments. Beating Man City isn't for everyone, though. That's true. Cartman says Fergie turned his nose up. Whatever that means, I have no idea.
I think that's in reference to Conte, maybe.
Right? Oh, maybe. I don't know. Phil, do you know what that's about?
No, I think Izan's right when they were saying, Conte isn't a Man U manager. He is, because he's a born winner, and they would support him. He would get the respect of the players. He wouldn't take any of this crap that's going on there. So thank God.
We have Shawnee Boy. How are you, Sean?
Hi, boys.
Everyone's been missing the train noise. Thank you for bringing it back to the channel.
Choo-choo! We're on the fucking train. Next stop is Top 4 Junction.
Yeah, how was
choo.
How was that tonight, Shawnee?
Sean, do you need a passport to get back to Cuckoo Land?
It was Hi, Phil. How are you? It was.
He's happy.
It was good.
We won tonight.
Mate, it was too easy. It was too easy.
Yeah.
They were really bad, Everton. I mean, we were good, but they were awful, weren't they?
I mean,
and what was the atmosphere like there tonight? Was it a good atmosphere?
Mate, honestly, I was in the West Stand, which is like the the kind of the wealthier end, I guess, and I was west north, so like the northwest corner, which is probably the quietest area of the ground, and it was really like everyone around me was a tourist, or like no one was singing. Like there was nobody. So the atmosphere from where I was screaming my head off, being a dickhead, loud and proud. But it was woefully quiet. But look, you get to watch the game. I haven't seen the highlights yet, and I need to watch the game back. But I thought Tottenham looked really. I thought Matt Doherty looked great. The Irish Cafu, as you call him, Dermo.
He's on the way back, Shawnee. He's on the way back.
Yeah. No, he was good. He was really good. I thought, Sessegnon again. Sessegnon was involved early. Then listen, I don't know if I should say anything because right now my thoughts are like I haven't really seen. Like you watch the game, but you don't really get you can't really watch and take everything in when you're watching it live. So
yeah.
But I thought Harry Kane was awesome. Sonny was good. Kulu was good, even though he didn't get on the team sheet. I thought Benson Core was amazing. Why did Romero get taken off? Was he injured or?
No, we
The
think
yellow card.
because you were 4-0 up, he was on a yellow card, and the game against Man U was far more important than leaving him on the last half an hour.
Okay,
We
that makes
think
sense,
that's
yeah.
what it was. There was no sign of injury or anything like that. He didn't pull up, but we purely think it's precautionary. And Sanchez, when he came on, did all right. But it's easy when you come on.
Yeah.
You come on and you're 4-0 up. You're not really under pressure. I don't think Everton had a shot on target all night. So
yeah. Didn't feel like they did.
Dele Alli, did he get a good reception when he came on?
He got an amazing reception. He got like the fans were the loudest, apart from when we scored goals when he came on. Like that, we sung, the Dele Alli song and gave him a round of applause. But it was interesting because they were warming up right in front of me. Because I was west lower, I was like row 10 or something, and so they were literally just in front of me. And he was warming up with Harry Winks. Yeah, they were laughing. They were 4-0 down, 4-0 down, and they were laughing. He was laughing. He just didn't give a shit, And he was like giving kind of round of applause and showing his appreciation to the Tottenham fans. But if you're an Everton fan, I suppose they haven't really paid anything for him yet, so. Doesn't matter, but
but if you're an Everton fan, saying that, Sean, if you're an Everton fan and you've seen one of your players laughing and joking, it wouldn't really make you endear to him, would it? Would it really?
No, exactly.
Yeah.
Donny van der Beek looked awful. I was really surprised because I thought Donny van der Beek was. I remember him how well he did it when he played for Ajax against us. He was a wonderful player, but I thought going to Everton would be the making of him. But tonight he just looked useless. Honestly, it was men versus boys, and it's so rare that you get a chance to call that Tottenham just dominate. But Benton Core looked phenomenal. What did you guys think? You guys had a better perspective, I guess. How did you see it?
I'll let Phil go first.
I was going to say, for me, Benton Core, he just held the whole of the middle all together. So I thought he settled that midfield. I thought Doherty had a great game. Obviously, 2 assists. The pass through to Harry Kane was just superb. Harry Kane, as always, was very good. Back 5, no issues whatsoever. I suppose the 2 that were off the pace for me were, from my point of view, were Højbjerg and Son. And I know Son scored, but there was quite early on when he could have let Sessignon, a little pass from Sessignon would have been there. And also Reggie, when he came on, he had a great start, 40 seconds back, and he's on the score sheet. So,
that's awesome.
But he needs a goal, full of energy.
Yeah, he needed a goal as well because he's missed a couple of sitters. And it's so important to have a confident set of wing backs if you're going to play with Conte's system.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's great that he got a goal, and Doherty just looks like a new man, a new player, doesn't he? It's insane.
And there was a couple of great passes down the touchline from Decky, where you kind of think there's a couple of people around him and he's got nowhere to go, and he suddenly does a little drag back and down the wing, and it was like, whoa! But he's starting to look a good player, that Decky. I'm really.
Did he get any assists tonight?
Yeah, he got the one for Reggie.
He did he? Okay.
Yeah, it was. Wow. Because I thought first of all it was Doherty, but it wasn't. Doherty basically did Kane's first. He did both the Kanes, didn't he?
Well, I thought Kane got a hat trick because I was actually the first one was talked off to with Michael.
It was clearly an own goal. But again, the right ball in from Sessignon, who if you put the ball there, it's hard to defend. So
amazing.
I have to say, Azan, you didn't see the match, did you?
No, I did go to school, unfortunately.
Yeah. Okay. I actually thought we played well tonight, actually, Sean. I have really enjoyed it. It was the first Tottenham match for a long time. I sat and watched the whole match and enjoyed it. I thought we played well from start to finish. I thought Doherty was brilliant. I thought Kane was exceptional again. I mean, Sonny, I would give him a good 7 out of 10. I thought he took his goal well. I thought that Benny just, I don't know, when Benny plays, he sort of settles everyone around him.
Yeah, he looked like I say, need to see the replay, need to see the highlights, all that stuff. But just from what I could see, every time that they had the ball, it was him that won it. It looked like, you know, maybe I'm like hyperbolic here, but he looked like it was him that was. And when he got the ball, he was just calm. He had his hand out. He was like, "Calm down, everybody. Bento's got it. Don't worry. Bento boy's got it."
And it was like, Sean, that Conte. It seems to all come from Conte's demeanour. If Conte's up for it, the players seem up for it. Like Middlesbrough, he was down and he hands in the pocket and head down and not. And you see him tonight. He's running to his backroom staff. He's hugging them. He's pumping the crowd. Do you know what I mean? It seemed like a different thing. Top four. Now, I'll go after the question. Quick question on Everton. Can you see them going down? And I think we all agree with you. If Everton were to go down, they're going to be down for a long while. After tonight's performance, can you see Everton being relegated this year?
Yeah, they were. I must have gone to how many years? I had a season ticket for 15 years, and then probably been to. I reckon I've probably been to something like 300 home matches over my life. I reckon something silly like that. Maybe that's big. Maybe 250, something like that. And I don't think I've ever seen such a toothless performance. Like Everton, from the moment, like they had a little bit of possession in the first 5 minutes, a little bit, but after that, once we went 1-0 up, they had nothing, and then we went 2-0 up, and then after that, it was tools down, and it was just a case of like how much do Tottenham want, how much do we want to embarrass them, you know? Everton looked absolutely awful, like awful. I don't know how they looked on telly, but from where I was sat, I was like, I don't. Every time they get the ball, to answer your question directly, the only reason I think they stay up is because I think the Leeds are potentially worse.
Well, if you want a quick scout at the fixtures they've got, Everton, they've got Wolves, then they're home to Newcastle, away to Palace, then they go away to West Ham, home to Man U, away to Liverpool, home to Chelsea, then away to Leicester, home to Brentford, away to Arsenal. That's their remaining fixtures.
Wow.
I'm looking at that thinking, where is a win coming from? Because
maybe Brentford, but apart from that, I think that
they could be dead and buried by then.
100%, mate. I think that they looked so bad tonight, so bad. I think Burnley have got more about them.
Yeah,
I don't think
even Leeds. If you watch them at the weekend, they were better than when we played them. They looked like they suddenly went from this gung ho approach to right. Let's just settle it. They may have just about enough, but if I was an Everton fan,
I genuinely worry for them, and it would be really sad for them to go down. My station? Where am I? Oh no, still got one.
I think Everton have never been relegated. I think from the first division or the Premier League.
Never. Yeah, they're one of the last six.
Yeah.
It's us, Everton.
No,
United.
we've been relegated from the first division.
We have been relegated.
Not from Premier League.
Sorry, not from the Premier League. Sorry, not from the Premier League. Yeah.
Chelsea, Man U, Arsenal, Liverpool, Everton.
Yeah. There's only six. There's only 6 teams, and Everton are one of them. So it's bad. It's bad for them. And they're a nice club. It'd be a shame for them to go down. And I feel like Burnley can get themselves out of problems. I think that Burnley will survive. Newcastle will survive. So it's Watford, Norwich, and then in my opinion, Everton or Leeds. And I think that
Everton, Leeds, maybe Brentford, but I think Brentford might have enough.
Yeah, Everton.
Well, Brentford are 4 points clear of Leeds, and they're 5 points clear of Everton.
Yeah,
I think 28 games.
Cannot see Everton at the moment. Well, who knows what will happen? Frank Lampard's only been in charge for 5 games, and to be fair, the 5 games that he's played, he lost to Newcastle away. He beat Leeds. He had to play Man City. They could have got a point against Man City if the handball. Tonight was they've had some, and I think they played Southampton as well. They played some tough games. And I thought tonight would be. I thought tonight would be tougher than it was. I still thought that Tottenham would smash, like in the end, be good enough. I think I predicted like 3-0 on my channel. My mate Michael, the Everton fan, I asked him what the prediction was on my show, the Everton fan, he said, if you're asking me what my heart says, it's 0-0. I would bite your hand off for a 0-0 draw, but I think Tottenham are going to beat us 4-0. And he was very close to being right.
Fair enough. Spot on.
Yeah.
I've just got to do a bit of housekeeping, which I forgot to do at the start of the show. Just a quick big up to our patrons of the channel. Moondog, Mark Cousins, Philip Brady, William Kelly, Wayne Bonner, and Aaron Dove, all GTG members, patrons of the channel. Thank you very much. And this show is also being sponsored by Smith Burn Solutions and Phone Repairs in Gorey, Wexford, and Ireland. I will be getting their website. They have problems with the website. We'll be getting it up. That will be up and running next week, and there is a promo code going into it as well. So thank you very much to the guys there for sponsoring our channel. So big up, guys, Killian and everyone there at Smith Burn Solutions. And then we've got this one here, Sean. I'll start with you. Aaron Dobbs says, I feel sorry for Seamus Coleman. What a legend. Cost £2 from Sligo, which he did. Went on to be Stephen Carr. Went on to be their Stephen Carr at Respect the Coleman. I mean, the players like Seamus Coleman now and players like that with the wall for Everton and Ireland. I do feel sorry for him. Do you, or how do you know? He's an Everton legend.
Yeah, good player, great player as well.
He's great player, but he seemed very exposed tonight, didn't he? Down that right hand side of their defence.
Yeah. I feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them, mate. Like it's life, right? But Everton they got good players. Like Richarlison's a good player, Coleman's a good player. Their number 24, I forget his name off the top of my head.
Alan
Gordon.
Fucking he's
is he the one they picked up from Norwich?
I don't know where he came from.
No, that's Godfrey, isn't it? Godfrey.
Yeah, no, Gordon is. He looked like an absolute. One of the things that you do, the benefits that you do get from being at the stadium is that you can see things that the camera's not tracking, and he was off the ball. He was moving. He was doing that. I always talk about it.
Gordon is an academy prospect. I'm pretty sure.
He's class.
Yeah.
Like he's a class player. Everton have got a lot of good players. Seamus Coleman's one of them. Obviously, Seamus Coleman's a bit old now, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's 33.
Hello, we lost Shawnee there, going under a tunnel or something.
And obviously, he had the big injury as well. But
yeah, we'll just go through these comments here, and then I think we'll call it. It wasn't going to be a long show tonight anyway. We've got Aaron K, but we've got the best one here. It says, "Big up, peeps. Good, solid performance. Kept passion better in the second half.
Possession.
Hugo had an absolute nothing to do. Rarely confident going into the United game. Big love, lads. Bob Spur, it's always lovely to hear from you, sir. It really is. And I agree with everything you said. It was a good, solid performance and a good confidence booster into the Man United game. Phil, I get your Sorry,
I was just going to say to Bob Spur, I would love to agree with all of that, but as someone of a similar age and having been through all the same rubbish, we know what happens when we go into must-win games. But it's all there for us to take the performance to Man United on Saturday. So let's really hope that we can. So let's hope we do. And while we're at it, piss off, Bob.
Yeah, big up, Bob. Big up. You're a legend, sir. I'll start with you, Izan. Very quickly. Man United game Saturday, 5:30. We'll be doing a post-match show afterwards. Be a bit longer on Saturday because it's an earlier time because it's late tonight. So, what's your score prediction for Saturday? And what do you think? What will your score be Saturday? And what are you hoping to see Saturday for the Man United game?
I think it all depends on Varane's injury. I think Varane will be out. I'm not sure. I think it's all dependent on that, the scoreline. But if I had to guess, I don't know. I don't think. I'm just trying to see. Usually, I try to analyze the teams very much in depth, but with Rangnick's United, right? They've actually created the most chances out of any team in the Premier League. since Ragnick has come in, and it's just the finishing up top that has just been really poor for United. That's really letting them down. And then without Varane, their defense is quite weakened, right? Because they have to play like Lindelof, I guess, next to Maguire. So judging by that, and they got battered by their bitter rivals, I think we can pull off a win. I think we can 2-1. I think we'll win 2-1.
That's good enough for me. Phil?
Unfortunately, I think we'll lose 2-1, 2-0. We don't seem to be able to do it two games running. So unfortunately, as much as it kills me, I think we'll lose 2-0.
Personally, for me, I think we're going to win 2-0. I think we're going to come on from this game, go into the Man United game very confidently. I think Conte's going to have them wound up like a bunny rabbit, ready to go. We're going to bounce out the dressing room. United are in disarray. Spurs to win. Spurs are on the way back. The top 4 races back on. Let's see, can we do it? Very quickly, thank you for everyone who's joined us tonight. Thank you to Phil. Thank you, Phil. Thank you to Izan as well for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you on, Izan. And hopefully we'll get you on Saturday night for the post-match show. And we'll get you more. You can probably watch the game then Saturday, and we'd love to get you more statistics of the game. We're back on tomorrow morning at half 11 in the morning with the morning show with me and Ben from his coffee shop. And then until then, God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And sorry, very quickly before I finish, Phil, where can everyone find you, sir?
Right here.
Yeah, that was quick. That was quick. I had to say that. Sorry.
Well,
right. And Izan, where can people find you, sir?
Well, obviously, you can find me here.
Yeah.
You can also find me on the Irish Hotspur. I do the Stats with Jack show over there. So please check it out. It's really good content.
Yeah. I just want to show you a picture, Phil, and I want your reaction to this picture. The first word that comes into your head right before we go, and the same goes to you, Izan. So I'll start with you, Phil. Right. I want the first word that comes into your head. Right. If it's swearing, you can swear everywhere.
Okay. Let's go.
Right.
Prick.
Izan?
Parasite.
I'm going to leave that up there for a few minutes. Please, in the comment, please put your thoughts of that picture.
No, honestly, get it off. This is a celebration night. He's had no part in it. End the show on a.
I just wanted your reaction to it. That was all. I was doing it for a bit of fun.
Yeah. Don't lower the. There's no need for him to be there. He's played no part in tonight.
Exactly. That's what I was trying. That was it. Good guys. That's
well,
it. Bob.
To be honest, he did play a part in tonight because he did. He brought in like the players. He did set
Levy out. Big up, Mr. K. And Carterman called him an egg. That's a new one.
I mean, his bald head is really shiny. I'm not.
It reminds me of Blofeld. All he's missing is the pussycat.
Seriously, right? Stop talking about him. We've won 5-0 tonight, clean sheet. Let's go on that. We don't want to be talking about him. We don't need to talk about him till the summer. He's nothing.
Or the next loss. Or the next loss. When we get battered 3-0 by United, then
then he can come out again. It can all be his fault. But tonight, he's played no part in this whatsoever.
But you're the man that says we're going to lose on Saturday. So
yeah.
On that bombshell, we'll see you in the morning at 11:30. God bless you. Good night.
Hi, George.
I pressed the wrong one. See ya. sorry, I forgot to end the broadcast.